Hello guys, I'm Spicy Bill and today I'm doing a comparison between the Hot Toys 1/6 scale collectible figure of the Justice League Wonder Woman versus the TBLeague 1/6 scale action figure of Athena. So, well, obviously one is a licensed figure from the DC comic universe. The other could be a licensed figure from another comic book universe, or it could just be, an original creation by TBLeague. I don't have any of that information. I'm assuming this is just a figure based on the Greek goddess that they cobbled together, not based on any kind of a comic book version of the goddess herself, Athena. So anyway, you can see here the Hot Toys box. It's basically made from cardboard. It's just a very simple slip cover right there. We do have a very nice pictures of Gal Gadot. And the TBLeague box is a little bit more high quality. It's actually made from this harder cardboard box. And it's magnetized. So yeah, that's definitely unique. And you have very nice prints on the back of the box. On the Hot Toy box, basically you don't really have that much going on. So I definitely give the packaging to TBLeague. So TBLeague wins the this one. There we go. All right, and let's take a look at the stand real quick. So here we have the stand for the Hot Toys Justice League Wonder Woman. I mean, this thing is okay. It seems a little cheap for like a $240 figure, to be honest with you. Yeah, what is this? A box? What the? Yeah, it feels kind of cheap, but we do have a metal placard here that says Wonder Woman. It's just the logo, and we have the cradle that holds her in place. So yeah, I mean it's functional. So. With TBLeague, basically we got this gigantic pillar here, which is pretty nice. I mean, yeah, I think definitely TBLeague wins on this one too, because this thing is definitely better. Like, yeah, it's night and day difference. This thing is just not gonna be able to compete with something like this. This is super nice. The sculpted details all there. Paintwork is very nice. And I got the TBLeague symbol right here. This is like a soft material, so it will stay in place. And we also got the peg hole here, so the figure doesn't fall off. While the Hot Toy one is just a cradle that goes like in between the crotch. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, let's set that aside, and we'll compare the accessories. So. Obviously, with the TBLeague version of Athena, we got her spear with the banner. So this thing is pretty cool. It's really not that useful. I mean, just a spear with the banner thing. So, yeah. It's not very nicely sculpted. I like the tip of the spear. Sculpt is very good. Yeah. I guess you could use it if you want to. For Wonder Woman, basically she got two versions of her bracelet of submission. Got the charged up version and the non-charged up version. So, and these ones are actually pretty cool because they're magnetized. So there's like a metal strip. Oops, there's a metal strip in here. Oops, and the hand came off. Push that in there real quick. There we go. So she has these effect parts. Basically, it's like bullet that she deflect. You can see the magnet strips right there, and you can just attach this to a bracelet of submission. Oops, and I just dropped. Okay. Anyway, you get the idea. I mean, she can do it on both forearms. So you got the large one. They are a little bit annoying because you have to place them at the right spot because the magnet strip is very thin and it's only in one area. So there we go. We got 4 of these. So yeah, sometimes they like to stick together, which can be super annoying. So you know what, I think the for this part the hot toy wins, because this is definitely a lot more interesting than a stupid spear with a banner on it. Okay, and not only that, she also have her lasso of truth. So this is the bunched up one, and you can use that with her strap. This thing is actually very useful. You can use it to hold her sword. The sword can like go through the loops like that, and this section right here holds the lasso of truth, and you also got a clip here to hold the shield. So that's definitely very useful. Okay, and not only that, the hot toy version also comes with an instruction booklet. The TBLeague one does not come with an instruction booklet, so you have to figure out everything yourself. And not only that, we also have various hand options. We have 2 closed fists, 2 I guess lasso holding hands. Yeah, you have 2 lasso holding hand, and you also have a gripping hand here for the sword. You have one here for the sword, and then you have another one here, right here, for the sword, and also another one for holding the shield. So she's got quite a few hand options, 2 closed fists as well. Also replacement pegs for the wrist joint in case if you break them. And we also have 2 lassos right here. You have a lasso that's like deployed, and then another one that's semi-deployed. So she's got 3 different lassos. So that's definitely very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and compare the, oh, and yeah, she also have open hands. And the open hands have the strap sculpted into it. So when it comes to the hand options, I think Hot Toys definitely wins out, because take a look at this. Yeah. Hands down. No pun intended. Hands down, Hot Toy wins. Look at the sculpt work on that. You just can't beat it. Hot Toy wins on this one. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look at the shield. So we have the Hot Toy shield and the TBLeague shield. I mean, the sculpt work on this thing is pretty good, but compared to the Hot Toy shield, you know, this one look a little bit toyish compared to this thing. But, you know, it's completely subjective. This is just the way I see it. Also, I'm a Hot Toy fanboy, so yeah. But you can see the back side of the shield. You can see definitely the Hot Toy shield has a lot more detail. You know, a lot of attention went into designing the shield. So take a look at that. That's pretty good. One of the strap from the this thing's supposed to be part of the strap. So let me put this back on here like that. There we go. Okay, so that's that. And we'll take a look at the sword. Unfortunately, the Hot Toy version doesn't have a scabbard, so TBLeague wins out on having an extra piece of accessory. And let's go ahead and take a look at the sword itself. So this thing is die cast, but it's bent. So I don't know if you can call that a bonus if it's bent. Look at that. This thing is bent, and the Hot Toys one is straight. So bent sword, straight sword. So yeah, but it's die cast or metal. So the handle itself is made from the softer rubbery material. This piece right here looks pretty nice. Yeah, but take a look at the Hot Toy ones. It really depends. I really like the the sculpted detail on the blade, on the Hot Toys. You know, all the thing is really nice. Look at the detail on that. That is very nice. You know what? I think Hot Toy wins because this thing is bent, and I'm already annoyed by it. So, I mean, it's cool having a sword, but it's a bent sword. So, what the hell? Okay. As far as accessory goes, well, she's got a lot of armor that you have to put on with the Wonder Woman. I guess you can technically remove some of her armor. You can remove the leg armor. You can remove the bracelet of submission. You can remove this armband right here. And technically you can remove her outfit, but I would not recommend it. So, okay. There is one major problem with the Hot Toy figure. Is look at that. You see a screw right here. That is terrible. And yeah, you can't make any excuse for it. It's just terrible. The sculpt work overall on the Hot Toy figure, you can see the super nicely fine details right there on the leg armor. Take a look at that. Look at all those lines, all the scratches, and you can even see it on the outfit itself. Like you can see all the scratches, all the super fine sculpt work, even on her skirt. It's very nice. And on the back, everything. It's perfection. This is very nice, super finely sculpted. Her tiara doesn't come off, but this is also very nice. You can see that. And that face sculpt. It's not quite Gal Gadot. You know, at some angle it looks like Gal Gadot, at some angle it looks like not Gal Gadot. But yeah, it's very nice. I don't know. I think at this point, I think you guys can probably see which figure is the superior figure. Let me adjust the camera real quick. Of course, the TBLeague figure can stand a lot better than the Hot Toy figure due to a superior inner frame, inner skeleton. But I think a lot of things fall short. The TBLeague figure just have better articulation. In terms of scope, this thing is nice, but it's nowhere near as intricate and detailed as a Hot Toy figure. So take a look at that. Take a look at the head, the face scope on the TBLeague figure. And take a look at the skin tone, the skin on the silicone body. You can see that it's just one color. On the Hot Toy figure, let's get her to stand properly. On the Hot Toy silicone body, you can see pigments right there. I might have to zoom really close. And this thing isn't like a lint magnet or anything. Yeah. And you can see the detail on the body, you know, the musculature and stuff like that. It's very well defined. Yeah, it's very nicely done. And even on the leg, you can see the very fine musculature right there. You know, to be honest, it looks a little bit soft. So, yeah. And plus, the Hot Toy body isn't completely seamless. So, you do have to contend with that a little bit. What's that? Is that lint? Yeah, we've got some lint here on the armpit. But yeah, you can see the sculpt work right there. It's the Hot Toy version definitely. It's a little bit much more well defined than the TBLeague version. So yeah, and plus the you know, it actually have pigment in the skin to match the head sculpt. So it's a lot stiffer, and it's a plastic. It's a plastic inner skeleton, so it's very prone to breakage. So this is gonna be a tough one. I think yeah, you can go both ways, because you know this thing does have enough significant amount of disadvantage to you know, be a deal breaker. So, but then hey, this is a licensed figure with the you know, the likeness, almost likeness of Gal Gadot, and this is I don't know who the person is actually based on, but it's actually based on a real person supposedly. Okay, so I mean, you can see the way the way Hot Toy paint their face sculpts. I think it's so much nicer than that. I mean, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's even fair. Like, all right, take a look at this again. And then take a look at this. This looks stunning. So, all right. Let's see. So, I think this is Hot Toy has a slight edge, so we'll give it to the Hot Toys. All right, so that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys find the information helpful. Let me know what you guys think about this review. Is it like, is it helpful, or am I like just super biased toward one particular brand? The thing is, the TBLeague figure is around $50 cheaper, but then again, it's unlicensed, so that kind of evens it out a little bit. So you're paying a little bit more for a licensed character. Plus, it's Wonder Woman. This is just some generic, scantily clad Greek goddess. And yeah, it is what it is. So thanks for watching.